This 3.5-mile walk follows the path of the River Lagan and explores how Ulster-Scots industrialists helped transform a town into a large, prosperous city. It takes in Shaw's Bridge, the Lagan towpath and Clement Wilson Park. It's mostly flat and along public footpaths, but there are steps over a bridge. Start at the public car park beside Shaw's Bridge and walk to the right of the boathouse, joining the riverside path.
This is a great area of Belfast, so peaceful and yet only 2 miles or so from the city centre back there. When the first Ulster-Scot settlers came here, this would have been way out in the country.
Belfast was just a town until the mid-19th century. The population explosion that followed was due to increasing industrialisation, and the rivers of the city, especially the Lagan, were key.
Well, when the Ulster-Scots would have come to this area at the start, they would have referred to this river as Lagan Water. The term water was just a term for a river. This was an artery effectively, so it was a useful conduit for travel and for transport. Things like mills and so on were built along the river, so it would have been a very industrial landscape.
Follow the towpath for 1.5 kilometres, keeping an eye out for all the wildlife. When you get to this wooden bridge, cross over to the other side and turn left back towards the city.
Consider while you walk just how dramatic was the transformation of Belfast in the second half of the 19th century. It became known as Linenopolis, and the population more than doubled.
There were a lot of canny people within the Ulster-Scots community. They became, I suppose, the powerhouse of this industry, and it became very, very significant. And the population growth sort of went side by side with the industrialisation, with the development of mills.
The walk passes through Minnoburn, tracking the river. Cross this stone bridge beside the car park and turn immediately left again for the path back towards the city. Under the road, the walk continues as the river becomes part of the old Lagan Canal system. Continue to the lockkeeper's cottage.
It's hard for us to imagine how things were back then, but the work of writers who recorded everyday life can help. The Weaver poets wrote evocatively in their native Ulster-Scots language about everyday life, and you can hear some of their work in one of the short videos attached to this one.
The path on the lockkeeper's side of the canal will eventually bring you to a suspension bridge over the water. Cross that and walk through into Clement Wilson Park.
Scotsman Robert Clement Wilson was another visionary industrialist. He had a factory here and created large gardens for his factory workers to enjoy. After his death in 1975, the council extended the gardens into the park that bears his name.
This path was built over an old mill race, which brought water to Wilson's factory. Another reminder of Belfast's industrial past. It takes you back to the car park.
Well, that's the end of this walk, but you can find out much more about the Ulster-Scots' contribution to the development of Belfast from the other short videos that we've made along the route. They're designed to be played on smartphone or tablet, so you can watch while you walk. Bye for now.